Coming at you from Stretch Wolf Studio. It's that time again to rage across the internet. It's your very favorite War of the Apocalypse podcast. I'm your host, Porter. Sitting across from me, it's the 35 double dollar bounty, Mr. Daniel Tyson.
Hey, everybody.
To my right, our very own space cowboy, Mr. CJ McCall.
Howdy, howdy.
And don't call it a comeback. She's been here for days. It's Web of M.
Hello, hello.
How we doing, everybody?
Doing pretty good.
Pretty good.
Great.
Excellent.
Just had a fun post-mortem recording.
We certainly did. But hey, welcome to Rage Across the Internet. As we said, it's your very favorite War of the Apocalypse podcast. This is the show where we talk about all aspects of War of the Apocalypse, from player to storyteller, Goliath to Elder. If it's not your first show, welcome back. No.
Yeah, that was right.
No, that was right. Jesus Christ. I got hit in the head earlier.
You got it. Good job.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I told you not to adapt to Danny's wake-up routine.
I thought...
Yeah, coffee is much better than a 2x4 to the forehead.
I just thought I'd try something different. And me okay, though. Get him head hurt his Blaine.
All right. And how are you doing, Porter?
Slipped to Jim Jack Widow Walsh Skidgins.
Jill Jack Ramrod?
Walter Goggins is my milkmaid.
I guess since Porter is injured, I'll be taking over today. Yeah, so before we get into this week's episode, let's get started with This Week in Bullshit. CJ, what do you got for us today?
Got a little bit of smattering of various game-related shit right now, where I've been doing a lot with the BattleTech stuff since I've recently ended up getting into a big project that I wasn't expecting for a statewide BattleTech campaign. And
like in real life statewide?
Yup.
Oh my goodness, CJ.
How many?
I'm not running it. I am not running it. I can say that. I am just a part of it, and I accidentally shadow lorded.
How do you accidentally shadow lord something?
I will get there. But to explain what this, how a statewide campaign works is we have across the state, there are about 10 or so storytellers that have gotten together to kind of set up a overarching campaign, a defense of a planet out in like the backwater of space. Extra topical, since it is Stetson, aka Space Texas. And we're basically running as militia trying to defend our home from weird space cultists and mercenaries. And so each of the STs are split up across different game stores, across different regions. They get together, they make up missions, and depending on how all the players involved do, it moves the plot along. So, let's say everybody down in South Texas is running sort of like defensive missions. If the majority of us win our missions, if the majority of us do amazingly well, then it's the plot moves in that direction of like, we've been pushing these guys back. They're on the defensive now. We're on the offensive. Where if we're all losing horribly, we're losing ground. We're on the defensive. We're running retreats all over the place. Now, the part where I accidentally shadow lorded is we found out after the fact of every game store is going to have a force commander. Since we're all running as one team, you need a team leader. As one of the only players who had submitted their list so far and has talked with our local storyteller, he brought up the mention of like, hey, we need a force commander. Does anybody want to volunteer for it? Nobody said anything for a day in the Discord. And so I just walk in. It's like, hey, here's the mechs I'm bringing in case people are having issues picking them out. Next post. If nobody wants it, I will volunteer for Force Leader. Yesterday, the DM mentions, hey, first mission's going to be this day, and here's your Force Leader. I didn't take it. I was given the authority.
Well, if nobody else is going to take it.
So it wasn't really that much of an accident.
Represent either way. Represent. Kick
Yup.
some ass.
How about you, Em? What do you got?
Friday, I went to the theater and we were going to watch the new Avatar movie, but because of a glitch in the website that we ordered the tickets from, it was ordered on the wrong day. So the theater was kind enough to let us get a new ticket for a new movie, but that one wasn't playing after we had arrived at the time. So we ended up doing the 28 years later, the Bone Palace.
Gross.
Yeah. Are you familiar with the 28 days later, the 28 weeks later, 28 years later?
No, I'm familiar with the franchise. Just
Oh,
the
okay,
Bone
okay.
Palace sounds
Well, it was
a little pornographic.
really cool.
I was gonna-
It's up
It
there
was-
with the Midnight Meat Train. Also a real movie.
What? Really?
It-
Oh, God. I've seen 28 Days Later.
Okay.
I mean, we all know me. I'm not a horror guy. I like a good zombie movie. That one's a little much for me.
Well, they're non-traditional zombies,
Yeah,
which
those
I
aren't zombies.
appreciate.
Right.
I get a little tired of the traditional zombie trope, and so this non-traditional zombie is kind of fun.
Right. And I didn't. It's been a long time since I've seen it. I think I was a lot younger when I saw 28 Days Later. I never saw 28 Weeks Later, much less this 28 Years Later, which I feel is probably the last time I saw this.
Yeah.
Well,
it's
this is 28 years later, the Bone Palace.
yeah, not 28 years later. 28 years later
It's
was one movie. Now this is happening right after 28 years later. 28
Yeah,
years
it's a-
later, The Bone Palace.
Yeah, it's a direct sequel.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's 28 years
leads
later, part
off-
2.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it starts off right at the end with Spike. And
I
I
don't know who
was
that is, but okay.
cracking up through the entire film.
Oh, no.
Like it was not in a bad way, in a way that they've like
They did their jokes, but they were meant to be funny.
yes, and you also know that I have kind of a weird horror haha.
That's
But the-
amazing.
Yes.
I have a horror haha. Like
horror
I mean,
haha.
whenever horror haha. But I mean, when Ronald McDonald is dancing around and crying, I thought that was funny. Other people find it disturbing. I think it's hilarious. Or like the grilled face, also funny to me. My spiral.
Yeah, I think you're a
Anyway.
gorehound.
I'm not laughing with you. I'm laughing at you.
Maybe Kim Cook, if not a
Yeah.
gore.
Yeah. So it's that Jimmy cult that you see at the very end of 28 Years Later, that you see quite a bit of in 28 Years Later, The Bone Palace. And I was really just enjoying the vibes of Jimmy, Jemima, Jimmy, and Jimmy. It was a good time. It was, oh man.
I'm in the tall
And there
grass
was-
here,
there was-
but Em's digging it.
yeah.
I'm very much in the tall grass.
I've seen some stuff from 28 Years Later. It looks interesting, and I like the concept of the 28 Days series. I was curious what they're going to do with the Bone Palace, whatever I heard about it.
It's good.
I will say this, for the Bone Palace is a amazing fucking setup that I would love to see in a game for Werewolf.
Oh,
It fits the vibe perfectly.
Oh, 100%.
Be a neat, like, alternate setting or something. I can't with the name.
Yep.
Again, like, it sounds so much like a porno.
Yep.
And again, it's up there with, yes, Midnight Meat Train is a real movie.
Yeah.
It is not a porn.
I don't believe you.
It stars Bradley Cooper.
Oh, shut the hell up.
And what the fuck is his name? Bullet Tooth Tony. The fuck's
I don't
his
know.
name?
But I don't know. But CJ, you could definitely make a Bone Palace with a good Samitsi.
Okay, yeah.
It was a good movie though. It was a good little horror comedy there.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah.
Vinnie Jones.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
I mean, he was in a bunch of shit for like 5 years. He was in like everything.
Yeah.
He's in a lot of fucking movies.
Right? He just couldn't remember his fucking name. And it's like, how do I forget that? But yeah, Vinnie Jones and Bradley Cooper are in the Midnight Meat Train. Not to be confused with the Bone Palace, although probably. If you're looking for a romantic evening, don't watch either one of those movies. That's not. Do not be misled by the titles.
So long as it's not about pornography, Porter, what do you have for us this week?
Well, so I was watching them. No, actually, it is movie related. However,
Okay.
I recently watched The Black Phone Part 2,
Okay.
which is now streaming on Peacock.
Ah,
And I loved the first one. Right? I thought the first one was pretty fucking awesome. And I was very, very curious about the second, because I don't want to give any away. But it's a hard movie to sequel.
Yeah. If I remember correctly.
Yeah,
it's the one with the guy with like the 2-part mask, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that ends in a way that it's not very easy to make a sequel.
Right? And so they went a new direction with it, kind of. Because it is the same. It's the same world. It's the same characters.
Mm-hmm.
It's a couple years later. But I really liked what they did with it, in the direction they took. I thought was really cool. Because we get more supernatural. Because there were supernatural elements of the first one. They go more supernatural. So Ethan Hawke is back.
which has implications, but again, not spoiling anything.
Right. Like Ethan Hawke came back for the movie, which is great. He does a great job. They did some neat shit. The third act falls completely apart. But like it doesn't get terrible. Yeah. Right? It doesn't get terrible. We were not left, but it gets generic. I'm like, okay.
If I remember correctly, one of my buddies he saw it and he's recently gone down the horror deep dive. And his first reaction whenever he got to like the final confrontation, I heard it live and it was, oh God, it's the Dream Warriors from Friday. Or not Friday, Nightmare on Elm Street. There we go. Because he also was starting to like bring up a lot of fucking Friday apparently throughout it.
Friday the 13th, I would say no. I don't want to give too much away. I don't know if I'd go so far as to say Dream Warriors, but there are certainly some parallels. There was a level of Inspirato there that's pretty clear.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, the story that the Black Phone was originally based off of was one of Joe Hill's.
I didn't know that.
I remember correctly.
I don't know.
Some of his short stories.
Yeah, cool.
Okay.
Which also, good use of the last name for Joe Hill there, considering who his father is. He would not have been taken seriously if he kept the same last name.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Who is his father?
Stephen King.
I thought so. I wasn't 100% sure.
So he goes by Joe Hill instead of Joe King.
Right, because they wouldn't take him seriously. No, I get it. I thought so. I wasn't sure if we were talking about the same person is all.
Because Joe King.
But overall, you recommend the second movie?
Yeah. Well, I mean, especially if you've got Peacock, you're not paying any money for it. So there's no fucking downside. Like I said, I enjoyed it. I thought it was really cool. And then I'm not in love with the third act.
Mm-hmm.
But I've seen worse shit. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
I've seen worse.
Yeah, there's plenty of bad writing in the world.
Yeah, it's not egregious. It's just
you could have done better.
Certainly. Not speaking of, that's not related. Fucking Danny, this week of bullshit.
I don't have a whole lot. I am watching Trigun. It's not taking me 3 months. I swear, Z's, it's not taking me 3 months. I'm not finished, but I am in the middle of watching it. I do find it funny that CJ, you were mentioning that there was the two insurance people that they were like, no, is this really this guy? And then it was like, it was a bit for a while and it was kind of getting a little annoying, but then like, oh, nope. All right. The bit's gone. It's not so annoying now. Mm-hmm. I was feeling that as I was playing. So I'm at that point. So yeah, I'm getting there. I'm enjoying it. It's cool. I like it. The art style is pretty good. And It's definitely a style that I'm not used to. But I like the guns in this. This is you are absolutely right with the different gun styles in this. These are fucking awesome. but Vash is, oh my god, what? Yep, doofus is the right word. I'm enjoying the show. It's fun. It's gonna take me a little bit of time.
Any particular like highlight moments from an episode?
No, not really. I'm just it's just kind of flowing right now.
Okay.
Alrighty then.
Well then.
Yeah.
Shit.
Sorry, Porter, you're injured. Remember?
I have recovered from my stroke, but just to be safe, go ahead.
All right. We don't want you to fall back into the stroke. This week, we're coming at you guys with another pack creation episode, hence my hostile takeover.
Hostile.
The first one, Porter hosted. The second one, CJ hosted. And now I get to host one, which this means in the future, Danny will have to do one himself. He's scared. All right. So today for you guys, I've got a fun little twist that I'll give you guys in a minute. But first things first, instead of starting with your tribe or anything like that, pick out an auspice. Because this is where you guys are going to have a good amount of free reign is with your auspice.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Dibs on Ragabash.
Okay. I don't know if I want to roll for this one.
I mean, if you roll Danny, I'll definitely roll.
I almost want to say, how about you guys pick and then you decide what you think I should be to cover.
So we do all the work.
What a foreign concept.
Hey, I mean,
Are your shoulders hurting already, guys?
that's not how I meant it.
And yet,
And yet, that's very much how it sounded.
Okay. I'm curious what I get with the roll. Okay. So that would be a 9 on the D10, which I believe would be Galliard.
Okay.
I feel like because it's not an auspice die, you just picked whichever one you wanted anyway.
No, I did 1 through 5 for the auspice,
Sure you
and
did.
then continued.
But you said 9, so how did that work?
Yeah.
Well, 10 would have
1,
been
2.
Ragabash.
Yeah, 10
or
would-
around, depending on where you start.
All around. Yeah. I went based off number of rage, so 9 is the 4th one after 5.
Perfect sense. No, it does. It makes perfect sense.
No, I'm
You look
thinking,
skeptical.
No. I'm thinking of what I could do for an auspice. And man, let's
You want me to roll?
let's go with Philodox.
Okay.
All right. Interesting. Now, I'm not going to say no to you guys retconning these later if you really want to, but it's fun to have this. Why did you say Philodox, Danny? I'm curious.
Because I don't want to do an Aron again. Because I'm currently
Okay.
an Aron. My first initial thought was Galliard, but CJ said it immediately, and Porter said dibs on Galliard.
No, I said
No.
I said,
Porter said dibs on Ragabash.
And Porter, why did you say Ragbash?
it's against type.
Fair. When they asked me to do this 11th hour, 2 ideas popped into my head. One of which made me send them the evil raccoon hand gif, which is the one I've chosen today.
So is that our
No, you guys aren't raccoons. You guys are
No.
Garu. Yes, that's the idea I've chosen today. Sorry.
is that our pack totem? Is that what I'm saying?
No, you guys will get to choose that. What you don't get to choose is your tribe.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. You guys are Black Furies.
Okay.
okay.
So a mono tribe pack.
Yeah, mono tribe pack. I don't see them often. And I figured since I'm the lady and you guys are the three guys, I'd push at least Danny out of his comfort zone in making a female character, perhaps. CJ and Porter, you guys are the storytellers, so you've made female characters before. It's not terrible.
Joke's at you. I fully intended going Metis.
No, I knew that. That's why I kind of did the pause. Female character, or,
Now, mind you, that was before you dropped the shoe. I put the whole time I planned on going Metis. So
I also knew you planned on going Metis, which is another reason for, the
look at
Black
this
Fury,
fucking chess game we're playing here.
because Metis characters can be male if they are a part of the
I can absolutely see a pack of Black Fury Metis males.
Oh, Danny really doesn't want to.
I'm not.
I'll
saying
relinquish the Metis if we need to.
I'll make the female character.
Right.
If that's what M's plan is here, I'll make a female character. I'm just saying, in my head, I can absolutely see a pack of male Metis characters, under the Black Fury tribe, being a pack.
Yeah, the Black Furies do allow their male Metises.
That would be the most, if we did all Metis, that would be the pack that would get the absolute worst fucking treatment ever, even by Fiona standards.
Well, I think they'd lean into it too, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And the other twist I'm giving you guys, because I want to give you a direction with making the characters, since I'm making you make female or male Metis characters, a little direction to give your characters. You could be rank 1, rank 2. You guys can discuss that. I really don't mind either. The twist is here, though. You guys are going to the Amazon. For what reason? That's for you to decide. But why is your pack going to the Amazon? To serve at least one tour or two? Or what are you guys doing? Who are you? What are you doing? Why are you going there? What's the dynamic going on here?
So a question I'll ask the other two here. Are we a pack before or after we get to the Amazon?
I think due to the fact that we're a single tribe pack, it's before.
Okay.
I agree on that.
Yeah,
It's
that sounds...
Yeah, I don't believe the coincidence of us happen,
Yeah.
Happenstance doesn't make sense. There's got to be some reason.
Yeah. And, there was part of me thinking of like, if it's, instead of like happenstance, it's the, we've been here for a little while and have grouped together was my thought. If we hadn't started as a pack, sort of birds of a feather and all that.
Yeah, I get that.
But
it still feels too, we're an established.
Yeah.
We've already been a pack.
Okay.
It gave you the little extra challenge of a destination because we've got two storytellers in there.
I will drop the menace and try lupus.
Okay.
If CJ, you take the fucking alpha position.
Okay. And you want to know something hilarious, Porter?
What's up?
I was thinking lupus because you went menace.
Well, the first thing that springs to mind when I say this, is because as a Ragabash, I like this idea of the juxtaposition of questioning the ways while as a lupus not quite understanding the ways of the human side of things.
Okay.
I think that the two concepts will build off of each other pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
That gives a really interesting perspective to the Ragabash as well. Yeah, I like that.
I want to not do the female character. I want to go with the male metis.
You're welcome.
But I'll explain why.
Yeah.
I want to go with the Galliard. And the metis deformity is mute. Being a Galliard, he's more going with the...
Fucking CJ's getting his ideas pulled right out from under him. He called Galliard, Danny takes Galliard. He's going lupus. I switch and take lupus.
He's going with the keeper of the records.
She's like a DJ.
Yeah, the oral storytelling, he can't.
Well, he's mute, so he can't do any storytelling. But he's more of he's writing, not writing down the records, but he's keeping track of the records.
I have an idea, Danny, for how he could be trying to keep track of these records.
Okay.
Channel a little bit of the first Ronin here and carve glyphs into your own body to keep that record.
I like it.
It's the story of you and your pack, or, whatever events you bear witness to are there for eternity now. I kind of like in my mind, I'm getting the whole idea of how, Yakuza guys get their whole, backs tattooed and everything tattooed, and some of them are paid that, hey, when you die, I want to skin that so I can put that art up in a wall, because that needs to be preserved.
Calm down, Vermilion.
Yeah, no, I like that. Yeah. And then as they travel, hearing different stories, he'll keep those records in those stories, the ones he finds worthy. He'll scribe those in his skin.
Tell the story with glyphs.
Yeah. But again, mute, so he can't do anything. So it's more of keeping track of them, keeping the record of them.
All right, CJ, now that they've both stolen your ideas.
Yep. Let's see. Okay.
And then Danny also probably stole the secondary idea of the Metis as well.
Yeah. Okay. So did the roll again and got a 7. So by that would be the pack third. If I do the 1 through 5 again, that was just where do I want to go? Because I did have an idea that came up for if the Ahran showed up.
I mean, you can make it be Ahran.
Yeah.
I know, but there's also the part of me it clashes, or it's too similar to some of the ideas we've had from the last pack creation.
Fair. We have had Ahrans in both of those.
Well, because my first thought is the get turn fury.
Oh, yeah.
With the Ahra. Sort of the reverse of Jasmine. Since, taking the alpha position, we'll stick with always expected to be a fury.
Yeah.
My first idea is kind of coming from that angle. Coming from the long line of furies expected to be in charge, expected to lead a pack. So that's why they step up and take the alpha position.
So perhaps your mother was also in charge of a pack, and so was her mother.
Yep. Going.
So on and so forth.
Your mother was a Black Fury.
Yep.
And her mother was a Black Fury.
Trace it all the way back to the Sept of the Bygone Vision's founding. Who knows?
We get the Legacy Fury.
Yep. I'm kind of expecting it more of the way that her Thayer just works is everybody's expecting her to already know her shit, and she's just going off vibes. You can sit down, you can be taught how to do something. She was taught by one of the elders of whatever sept she came from how to be a fury, but it just never, how to be a Thurge, and it never clicked. Somebody tried to explain to her, the regimented way, but it just never worked. So it's more working better in the moment, under pressure, given just okay, I gotta try talking my way out of this with the spirit because I didn't happen to have the reagents I needed. Or maybe I do, but just not having great luck with those. And just works better, kind of, I don't know.
Falling kind of short of what is expected of you, but making the best of it because you have had training, perhaps, preparation.
Yeah, I think so. And while, falling behind a little bit, expected to be, I'm thinking if she is, rank 1, definitely, maybe just barely getting there, maybe just fell her fucking rank 2 test. So having to make up for it, hence why volunteering her pack for the Amazon.
Holy shit. You guys have been volunteered.
That's why we're going.
What if I helped talk you into it?
Okay.
Because I am super into nature.
Okay.
And I want to go there to help preserve the rainforest because it's the right thing to do.
Mhm. Okay.
Home of the Wild too, which
I mean, exactly,
Black
right?
Yeah.
Furies are very attached to.
No, exactly. And is a lupus who isn't
Even more.
super fond of humanity. It's not like Red Talon levels, right? But I just kind of don't get it.
Yeah.
I'm not into it. You know, it's
you're
not,
trying.
Well, no, I'm not. It's not anger. I just don't see the appeal.
Yeah.
So this getting to talk you guys into going to the rainforest,
Mhm.
that's pretty fucking far from trying. That's me getting exactly what I want by
Yeah.
tricking you into thinking it's your idea to go there.
And I'm kind of like this because, like, with that as the angle, I'm developing this character a little bit more in my head of like, you know, it's the kid who was assumed to be kinfolk because fairly mellow with their rage growing up. So whenever they pop, it's like, oh, cool, we actually have a Garu in this generation. Let's put all these expectations. We're just a kid who wants to be a kid. I'm a city kid. I don't like being out here. Everything's expected, falling behind, just failed their rank challenge to become a fostered. It is kind of absolutely miserable for a while, trying to figure out, okay, what the fuck do I need to do to like earn my way back, to earn the respect that everybody's expecting me to have by this point. And here's comes the lupus coming over to help.
Help in quotes.
You know, maybe there's somebody talking about a mission that they need to send a couple packs for or send a pack for. And gives just enough information of like, hey, here's this way that we can help defend the wild. We can do our part. It can earn you that renown that you lost.
Yup, look at all the renown.
Yup. Okay, let's do it. And then once we get there, just fucking miserable.
But before we get there, Danny, how does your character feel about going to the Amazon and your alpha and lupus packmate having made a decision?
I think at that point he'd be like pointing to different stories, like maybe on the arm of the stories that maybe we almost died. Like, remember these? Remember these? Not worth it. Not worth it.
Listen, Michael.
Michael, okay.
If you have a problem, just speak up.
You son of a bitch. Well done. Get a little golf clap for that one.
And like I'm even fucking imagining like making the announcement that we're going to the Amazon at the moot, like the next moot. Like they haven't assigned the pack that's going yet. It hasn't even become wide knowledge across the set. But here's the would-be heiress to whatever position in the sept standing up and declaring for her pack. While Michael's just sitting there pointing to no.
Yep, just shaking his head vigorously back and forth.
Like pointing to his right nipple because that's where like the tail of the fucking that gets stuck in the trash chute is. I don't know, but
Yeah, but then he'll point to a different one where they had a way more successful time at like a different part of the world. Like, let's go here, this spot. This was way easier to do. This was way more successful over here. Let's do this one.
Speaking of parts of the world, where are you guys from?
Well, Metis, so he doesn't know because he was born there, and he was born in the.
What do you mean you don't know where you're from?
What region are you from?
I'm thinking that he was born in that cairn right there.
Yeah, and where is that?
I don't know.
Does he not know where that is?
I'm just saying, what cairn? Where are we right now? In that cairn? Where is that cairn? I'm just saying that's where we are. Where we are, that's where I'm from.
All right, so Porter, CJ, you guys going to do the heavy lifting here?
apparently.
I guess Danny probably should have been asking, do you have a home sept in mind? Since I led with one, but I'm thinking, I think I'm going to go...
Let's go a little cooler, because I don't want to be in the Amazon. If I don't want to be in the Amazon, I'm thinking a little bit cooler.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking my character came probably from one of the upper class areas of New York at this point. Like, once again, born and raised city girl.
While Porter thinks, I'm going to ask Danny some questions about his Metis character.
Hit me.
Who was your mother?
Who was my mother?
Yeah.
I'm going to say she died giving birth. And I was kind of raised... Hold on. And I was raised by everybody else here at the Sept.
Okay.
But who was your mother?
Who was she, though?
Was she somebody important?
Was she a Black Fury? Was she not a Black Fury? Was she important? Who was your mother? Because this is important, playing a Metis. Whose mom?
Like, is it a Garu, like akin to Shalasi, who, just regular, average Garu? Yes, she's got experience. Yes, she's got some stories, but for the most part, she's just thinking, oh, we're going to be careful. This isn't going to be anything. Like, I know better.
I'll say it was, just a regular Garu, but mad it was a Metis male.
Not mad that, got knocked up and had the Metis to begin with? Just that it came out as a guy?
Yeah. Would have been okay if it was Metis as long as it was a female. Not happy it was male. Which is now that's why I'm thinking kind of raised by everybody else. Neglected by her.
So she's not dead.
Yes, correct. Not dead. Maybe even she left.
Perhaps exiled for breaking rule one of the litany?
No, I don't want to say exiled, but neglected. Like she neglected him.
Yeah, I was going to say, so okay, cool. Just your standard Fury, your standard average Fury who's breaking the litany. Who's she breaking it with? Why? Is it actually just a relationship? Is it a fling? Is it a one night? Did she escape a spiral hive?
Just a one night. Just came home one night, drunk.
Porter's a reaction.
Yeah, Porter does have a reaction.
It's not so much a reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Just, I wrote my own version while he was doing that.
Wrote your own version?
Yeah.
Of what?
Of your character.
Yeah.
I mean, the ideas hit me. It's fine.
Well, your mother was Miranda Skychaser. She was a third of the Black Furies of the local Fury Sept. Your father was the Black Spiral who raped you into her. She died of shame. She had you and couldn't bring herself to kill you, but then killed herself because of it. That's why you were raised in the Sept by everybody, because while no one wanted you, they did honor her. It's a darker, fucking cruel opening, but we haven't gone very dark with some of these characters in a while, so that's just what was in my heart in the first place.
God damn it. See, that's why you're so much better at this.
It's just what was in my heart.
But yeah.
Damn it. No.
Because I had a name. Let me just make sure. Yeah, I think my character, going with a little bit more of the detail, is Iris Zeno, daughter of... I had the D name in mind for the mother. Penelope Render of Titans.
So what's your name again?
Iris Zeno. And Penelope Zeno, a.k.a. Render of Titans. A girl who grew up in one of the upper scale neighborhoods of New York. Mother found the right donor to provide their kid a comfortable and safe lifestyle while she gets a chance to grow up and mom can keep doing her job. But the day that she starts hearing about the dream, starts hearing any kind of reports, she's immediately back here, doting after her kid, getting her ready for the first change. First change pops, cool. Say goodbye to him. You're never seeing him again. Off to Greece.
So your father was probably just a kinfolk of another tribe. And you were always in the know that your mother was a Garu?
Nope.
Oh, just once you start the visions.
Yeah, kept just in the dark as long as, she could have been kinfolk. It's usually the first, if not the second kid in the family that gets the first change. It's one of those two. If she's a kinfolk, we'll try again. If not, cool. We'll go back home, take the kid with us, go through the first change, and just spend the next, her first year is as sheltered as you can be with a Garu, just being taught everything she can and retaining next to none of it.
I'd like to rewind to what you just said. If it's kinfolk, we'll try again, because I'm not bothering having sex with you until we know it's not going to change.
That's why I called him the donor.
Nice.
Good shit.
And so, she's fully on board because she's getting to learn all about all the cool powers, and she's getting to be somebody important, but at the same time, she's hating the rigidity that's being hammered into her because you have to be this way. You come from a long line of right masters and thurges all the way back to ancient times. This is expected of you, and kind of just not being anything other than a bit of a fuck up. She's got her moments. She's got her little, almost savantism whenever it comes to certain spirit interactions. Otherwise, it's just, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm figuring this out as I go along.
M?
Yes.
What era is this in? Because that suddenly matters.
That does suddenly matter, doesn't it? 80s.
Okay. Okay.
You okay?
Yeah. I just, that's fine.
80s. I thought you said.
I just chose something random out of the hat. Did you have a hope? Did you have a dream?
It suddenly, but only briefly. Okay, here's the thing. I believe I am playing Swiftfoot, who is a Hamid name, is going with Andreas. And this is where the question came, it was going to be, she's going to name herself after a popular female artist of the era.
Okay.
So it's Andrea Lauper, like Cyndi Lauper.
Okay.
It was going to be, but while I was asking the question, I thought, if it's modern day, it's going to be Taylor Swift. So she would be Andrea Swift, and then Swift Paw is a...
Yep.
And I'm like, that comes together super well. But I'm sticking to the premise. I'm sticking with my guns here because I could do it anyway, right? But no. She's stealing a Hamid name.
Yeah.
Right. So it's Andrea Lauper because it's really a unique one that you shouldn't be using.
Yep. I like it. That's fun.
But it's a human name, so it's enough.
And she likes the sounds that lady makes.
Yeah.
Likes the sounds. Yes.
She howls real good.
Yep.
Nice.
And then Andy here, she grew up in the zoo.
Okay.
She grew up in captivity. Her mother was obviously a lupus kinfolk who was captured shortly after being knocked up.
Okay.
Even kind of more of a reason to kind of dislike humanity.
Exactly.
They've been staring at you for fucking years.
Yeah, it's not an uninformed fucking dislike.
Yeah.
She grew up with the kids screaming and throwing peanuts, and I'm feeding the wolves, mommy. Here's a freaking ice cream cone, you bitch. I'm going to eat your heart when I get out of here.
Knocking on
The little ones are the shittiest ones.
Probably
They're
taste
so
the best,
loud.
too.
And they smell bad, and they throw shit and screech and cry. Like, oh my God.
And frankly, none of the meat you've been given is fresh or super fresh.
What the hell does she know, right? She's never
Right.
known an alternative. She grew up in captivity.
Mm-hmm.
Then, around the first change, I think broke out on her own, but immediately fucking picked up. Black Fury was a local sept.
Yeah.
Certainly wasn't taken to Dad's sept because Black Fury. So, who was Dad? Buh. How would I, right?
Some lupus. I don't know.
Yeah, Wolf, clearly. Hopefully not the janitor. Surprise, he was a bonar.
Oh, yikes.
Hey, I mean, if she was captured before getting knocked up, she could be in the what was it? The New York Zoo.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Daughter of Spotlight. If that were the case, I would just call her Daughter of Spotlight. Because that would be rad as shit.
It kind of would be, yeah.
But no, I'm restrained.
Okay.
Not that zoo. Different zoo.
Right.
Here's
I
a
like
question,
that.
Adam.
Yes.
Because this may or may not influence later things for my character, how difficult or how convoluted was the rank challenge for this Thurge? Or how
Due to-
easy was it?
Yeah. Due to your mother's position in the sept and within her pack, from what you have described as well, I'm not sure she's super well liked. So whomever you ask is going to give you something probably a few steps harder than you deserve.
Okay.
Especially since you've been kind of fucking up in training.
Okay. And like I can imagine, getting to the day of like, getting ready to do the challenge, not knowing exactly who do I challenge because I'm here in fucking Black Fury HQ. Who do I challenge? Going to mom for advice. You have to challenge somebody decently high rank, but not too high rank. You want to show that ambition. You want to show that you can do this. It needs to be something of your, worthy of your name, worthy of your bloodline. And getting the fully wrong message from this lesson.
Yeah.
And-
you maybe asked somebody a little too high.
Might have gone directly to an elder.
Yeah. And they've seen you maybe mess up a few spirit interactions and thought, she is not prepared for her next rank.
Like maybe saw this as like, misread it as, oh, you're challenging me.
Yeah.
You think you're that hot shit that you can challenge me? Let's knock you down a few pegs.
Yes, Porter?
Now, if CJ fails the rank challenge, he's still a Cliath?
That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking, yeah.
Now, does that mean we are Fostern? Because we didn't. If we're all the same level, right? Either we all fucked up our challenges, or we outrank you, or some combination thereof.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perhaps Porter, what was your character's name again?
Swiftpaw.
Swiftpaw.
We'll go with
Perhaps
Swifty or
Swiftpaw.
Andy.
Yeah. So perhaps Swifty outranks.
I'm thinking that, but doesn't give
but
a
our-
shit.
Yeah, but doesn't give a shit. And your guys' Metis packmate just hasn't earned enough renown yet.
Which I
Dude
feel
can't
like
talk,
is
so.
probably related to being a Metis.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely related to being a Metis. Speaking of,
I haven't.
Danny,
I'm trying to think
have
of a
we-
name.
okay, I was also going to ask if we've decided on a backstory.
I like Porter's idea, and I like what you come up with, and I'll use that. And the reason why I'm coming up with that is the rank challenge, trying to get to Fostern. How is he supposed to tell a story if he can't fucking talk? So he's getting all these ideas from everyone else in the SEP trying to help him. So now they're giving ideas and trying to help with like maybe using ancestor spirits and other spirits to help get these glyphs to tell stories off of his skin, kind of thing. Get the glyphs to show the stories. Have them show pictures, kind of.
Yeah, so you haven't earned enough like renown, and you're also preparing for your next.
Yeah, that's what he's trying. He's trying to get the spirits. He's trying to get the rapport.
It feels like, and of course, metaphorically speaking, he's trying to find his voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
the proper way to which to convey and do his job as a Galliard. The spirits issue is going to be an extra level of bullshit, though, because you can't speak to them in the first place. But also, then you can't speak to them in the second place. So
which is why he's trying to get the help
to help at that point.
And you need your alpha to help, the one that keeps failing and is now a lower rank.
Well, samesies at that point.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. He's trying to get the help. Everyone else is trying to help him, and he's failing, and his alpha's failing, and he's just falling short every time.
But for reference, so we know what kind of metis you are. Mm-hmm. Who is your mom? Which story have we decided on?
The spiral raped the baby into her, and she killed herself in shame.
Is it Miranda Sky Chaser?
Sky Chaser, yes.
All right, so that would also add another level of perhaps difficulty ranking up due to the fact that your father was a spiral.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to add a little extra level of difficulty.
I assume so too. Yeah.
Little skeptical, pretty consistently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a name for that too. Being a mute, also with like the stories.
I mean, I know I threw out Michael, but it's just obviously I just got to say something.
Dirt Pelt.
I mean, obviously we need a first name there. So as the placeholder, Michael Dirt Pelt. The reference, of course, being to the poor breeding.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dirt Hide.
I can see Dirt Hide also working.
I think Dirt Hide is a better one.
I mean, I'm thinking of a way to like work in the mute angle. Like one of the first thoughts was like sticking with like the very Greek influence, something like broken lyre, or as useful as a broken lyre, because that's the Greek like harp thing.
Oh, the lyre.
Your Greek harp thing. Now what? Chet Saganaki.
I mean, he could also pick a Hamid name eventually.
What's wrong with Chet?
Yeah.
Chet.
I was thinking something like dirt, since it's close to dirt.
Oh. Did we agree on a sept?
We have the idea of northern New York so far.
Yeah.
Maybe something remote like Syracuse?
Okay.
That is kind of you could get some nice bougie neighborhoods up in there for CJ's character.
Well, and there's land too, right?
Yeah.
So
makes sense with the remoteness.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just pitching it out there, right?
Yeah. I'm good with it. It's not too far from everything, and plus decent Moonbridge Pass to get anywhere since, hey, it's New York.
But it's also far enough away to not be reliant on the Sept of the Green.
Yep.
Right.
Which I feel is kind of important.
Agreed. Yeah.
Yep.
We don't want it too far on the nose or too close to the nose.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we've got Swiftfoot. CJ, what was your character's name again?
Iris Zeno. Still hasn't figured out a deed name yet, or hasn't had one assigned. Or maybe she has, and it's not a good one, so she's trying her best not to acknowledge it.
Spirit fingers.
All right, and any ideas over there, Danny, for your character name? We could also go with, instead of dirt, we could go with muddied, if that helps with a secondary word.
I think dirt's better.
Well, on a 10 scale, how shittily are you treated? On average. I mean, obviously,
I'll say
mileage
by
varies by character, but
Yeah,
I'll
because I can
say-
also imagine this character being pitied, given everything that's happened to them in their very short period of time.
well, there you go. Pitied or hated in what degree? Because that's
Yeah.
how about like by the mothers? We'll use quote by the mothers of the sept. Pity,
Which is good.
By-
Which is most of them, since it's a
A Fury Sept.
but by everybody else, hated.
so hated by peers.
Yes, hated by peers.
superiors. Okay.
Yes,
Which means the name is probably going to reflect it's going to come from up top.
Mhm.
I mean, that's what it says to me.
like Silent
About-
Hide.
Or Voice of Stone. Since you're carving your stories into your own skin like stone. And you have a voice like stone.
I like that. We need a first name, though. It's got to be
Yeah.
something Greek.
Oh,
Or in the neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
It's like I don't. I'm not going to look it up. The first thing in my heart is Atreyu. I know what I said,
Yeah.
but immediately my head fucking switched to the never-ending story.
that's
I mean, could be like Apollo or something.
yeah.
Could be.
And what was the last name you had said, CJ?
Zeno.
Oh, for Danny.
Yeah, for my guy. It was Voice
Yeah.
of Stone for Danny.
Voice of Stone.
Apollo, Voice of Stone.
that's pretty good.
That sounds pretty. Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
God damn it, you guys are good at this.
It's beginner's luck.
All right.
It's my first day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You heard I couldn't even do the
Okay.
intro, so fucking.
Yep. So we've got Swiftfoot, Irisino, and Apollo's Voice of Stone. How did we become a pack?
I don't know how Swiftfoot and Iris or Swiftpaw and Iris met up / were put together. But I could totally see Iris kind of claiming Voice of Stone out of pity. Like hearing the story and like immediately being the bleeding heart, like I am going to help you.
Okay, how about we all came about relatively at the same time? At least in
Okay.
terms of time for a rite of passage, right? We were,
Yeah.
and you had the pity thing. I was intrigued
Okay.
because
Why are you pitying this child? This monster?
no,
Okay.
What's this thing with the dangly part?
And why can't it speak?
Right. It's a man and it's a mute in the sept, and I'm intrigued because it's weird as shit.
Dangly part.
It's curiosity.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like Swiftfoot would have been exposed to men up close, at least, unless they were feeding her. But
Right.
that's usually like through a slot or things like that, right?
Exactly.
And, from a distance watching them.
Well, and
and then
also, right?
You have your first change, you actually make some relationships other than the other wolves in captivity. And most, if not all of them, are women.
And that's the key part, because I'm told, oh, it's the Black Furies, we're these fierce women warriors, and except for this one,
Yep.
like
Yep.
one's a man.
this one singular fucking exception in this set.
Yeah. So why is he
But
here?
but like, what makes you so special? But also, no one is treating you like you're special. Like it's bad special.
Yeah.
So I'm really curious.
Yeah. People stare at you when you walk by. You used to be stared at. Now you're watching people stare at him and you get to stare at him.
Right, and
And
it's
it's
just
normal and okay.
this big sore fucking thumb that sticks out. This is interesting. Okay, we should take this one with us. And then CG were like, yeah, this I feel bad for this one because
Yep.
all of the tragedy in the backstory.
Yep. At that point, you're the only two peers who don't hate me.
That tracks with me.
Yeah. And I'm loving this dynamic of, well, my character might be in charge. Not really.
But you got
it
the
worked.
pedigree, and you're,
Yeah.
and I'm just really pushy.
Mhm.
It's not that I'm a leader. I'm just pushy.
Yeah.
She has opinions.
Oh, this is becoming a fun dynamic so far. And we get Voice of Stone here. How do you react to these two saying you're a part of their pack? Like, I don't think you get a choice.
No, no. This was
no choice whatsoever. Like at that point,
Like, this is Swiftball pointing you out to Iris. Iris hearing about the story.
I'm pretty sure the story isn't much of a secret in the
Yeah.
tribe as well. It's
Just-
not spoken of outright, but if somebody asks, it's like kind of hushed, like, hey, this is kind of what happened.
Like, Iris might have heard about this, might have heard this story and be like, oh, that can't be true. That's just horrible. How could that even happen? And here's Swiftpaw pointing it out. Oh no, you're coming with us. Like, the full-on Hamid just the little tiny Hamid walking up to the Krydos, just grabbing a wrist and being like, nope, you're with us.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Somebody goes, who's Metis? Like, who's the mom? Well, it's kind of a sour story, but
and
a couple of years ago, there was an attack, and
she got captured. Her pack was killed. This happened to her, and she managed to kill the guy and get away. But
after she had the kid, she couldn't handle the stress and the trauma, and
he's not reluctant to be part of the pack, but I don't want to say he's happy about it either.
Yeah. He's the kid that got picked for the fucking team, even though he's usually picked last.
Right. He knows he got picked out of sympathy, but he'll take it.
sympathy on one part, but the other part is.
I still got picked.
Yep.
So, are you happy? Is he happy about this?
Oh, I don't know. That's what I mean. That's like he's not happy, but he's not mad either. It's like, okay, not happy, but I'll take it.
Okay. So we've got the pack together. We've been doing jobs. How relatively successful are we with the makeup that we have of this pack?
Yeah, it's got to be successful enough that one of you has reached Fostern. Well, the other two one of you almost reached Fostern. And we got the Metis that's still Clyath, hasn't even gotten his rank challenge yet.
I think we've done enough where there's enough of my skin that's covered in glyphs. We've got a lot of stuff on there.
Mhm.
It's just not enough yet. Not enough to rank up.
I think maybe a lot of recon jobs.
Okay.
This doesn't strike me as a combat-focused unit. So while there might be a lot of stories, I don't think there are a whole lot of stories of great fucking glory in the battlefields.
Maybe with it, which is his reluctance to go to the Amazon knowing what's happening there.
But also, that's part of the pitch, right? Because look at all the fucking training we'll get in the combat, and we'll be hardened and be so good at this when we're done. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And all the different types of spirits that'll be there that you can learn to deal with. And if you can handle it in the Umbra, right? The Umbra in the Amazon's got to be like a goddamn kaleidoscope, though. I don't know what that is.
A kid threw one into the exhibit one day.
I could just use different word, but it's got to be crazy, right? The wild's got to be everywhere. It's got to be nuts. So this is trial by fire. Yeah, we'll fucking
Have a dance off?
yeah.
It's gotta be like the Aurora Borealis. Maybe you guys have reconned north enough to have seen that.
And we all know how boring Alice is. So there you go. That's why we got to go to the Amazon and not be like old boring Alice.
Yeah, I don't know why they still let her tell stories at Boots. She's not very good.
I did
Just
it.
looking around, make sure.
No.
Did she hear me? No. Oh, cool.
No, and you know what? And then maybe he's tired of putting other people's stories on his flesh.
It's so like he sits down with the pack and says, "See what I did there?"
Yep. Yeah. I could also see Swiftfoot maybe
Paw.
getting a little confused. Sorry, Swiftpaw
You're
being a little bit confused. Being a little bit confused about the whole he can't speak at first and thinking he also can't hear. Because he doesn't speak up whenever you say something about him sometimes. So maybe he can't hear either. So.
I'm just imagining like all the backhanded conversations happening at like normal speaking volume with him just right there. And here's Iris like just all the side. I'm like, are you really? He's right there.
Yeah, he can't hear you. He can't hear me.
I mean, you would say something if he had a problem.
And he points to his ear and just shakes his head up and down.
Now, here's a question. Anybody got particular ideas on our totem?
I knew you were going to ask that.
Well, part of the reason I grabbed the tribe book.
Yeah.
Good on you.
Well, if we're not a combat focused pack,
Hey, you probably want to steer away from a war totem.
mm-hmm.
The first thing I thought, which does not work on 2 levels, is Snow Queen. But again, that doesn't work on 2 levels. So moving on.
Yeah.
No, I was just going to say, like, the Black Fury pack with a Get a Fenris totem already.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
this doesn't sound like the fucking cordial. Nah, this is the wrong pack.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to have many dots of etiquette across the pack.
No. Probably 0.
Yeah. I mean, if anyone's going to have dots and etiquette, it's going to be Iris.
Yeah. It might be a dot. But some of the options we've got are for totems of respect. It is the Muses. And their band is the pack must devote their lives to art and learning. They must also work to defend free speech and the freedom of expression for their band. Skipping over war entirely, we have Themis, the Dreamweaver, the Greek goddess of justice. Her band, Themis will never choose Glasswalker nor allow her children to learn a Glasswalker only gift. Okay, she's just anti-Weaver. She's just extreme anti-Weaver, since like a bunch of the gifts, including stuff like Bonar gifts, she will not allow because there is too much Weaver in the existence in these things.
Which could help with your mission to go to the Amazon.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Very anti-Weaver.
Yep.
The Muses wasn't a bad idea.
I think the Muses would work if Voice of Stone was in charge. If Apollo was in charge, because his whole story through like the carving and stuff. Hey, you know what? Maybe we got a new totem. Because I did find a war totem that works for this case, because Panther. One of their bands is they must aid felines in distress. This could be house cats stuck in tree or bastards beset by worm creatures. And Panther also requires that the pack must spend at least 1 month in a year in the Amazon.
That would definitely send you to the Amazon.
I don't love the implication
Mm-hmm.
of the Black Fury pack working for a cat.
Yeah.
I feel like that's really close to the crazy cat lady trope.
Yeah.
Fair. It also kind of takes away that dramatic stand-up surprise that we're the ones going to the Amazon. It's going to be us and our pack. It kind of takes that surprise away from.
That's fair.
Right? Yeah, we're already just distinguished that we're a pack before this.
So looking up a couple other totems. Actually, here's a question. Do we want, like, what type of totem? Cunning, respect, wisdom?
I feel like with what CJ and Porter have described as your characters, and a little bit of what Danny has described as his character. Cunning would really work well as CJ. You're not working off of your like knowledge and training, but you're just kind of trying to figure it out on your own, winging it. Swiftpaw being interested in things that are different and new and interesting. And then, Voice of Stone over there trying to find a way to find his voice.
I think cunning's a solid way to go.
Yeah, I'm down with cunning as well. I mean, that was my first thought, but I was worried that might have been my concept overpowering the group. But if there seems to be a consensus,
I think all of your concepts really kind of have a way that funnels into cunning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So some of the ones that I've got on this list for cunning here, we've got Crow, of course, Fox, Cuckoo, which is probably not going to happen.
Yeah, no, not that one.
Goat, Dull, Hawk, there is Butterfly, the Horseshoe Crab, the Kelpie, that's Fiona.
You perked up at Butterfly there, Porter.
I'm curious.
Yeah, what is Butterfly? I'm not
Let's find out.
familiar with Butterfly.
It looks like they primarily come from the Thera. Specifically, they're special favorites of the Balam, the Bagheera, and the Kwame. Butterfly grants the gift Monkey's Uncle and 2+2 to Pharaoh's Frenzy diff rolls. The ban, you cannot attack a foe in anger, only in defense. So yeah.
Yeah,
That would be a surprise. There's a Roadrunner. Their big ban is to, can't hunt Roadrunners. You gotta protect their desert habitats, so that's a little weird at this point. There's Sphinx, which is, the never refuse a riddle.
Well, I'm less concerned about the ban and more concerned about the temperament of the totem.
Yeah.
Right? Like what do we got on Roadrunner, right?
Sure. Here. It's in the Uktena book, I know that for sure. But yeah, preternaturally quick, the spirit of the fast-running ground cuckoo with long tails and crests, known for nose run runner, relies on his speed to carry her far from danger. Rapidity of movement implies an equal fitness of mind. They embody the ability to think quickly and change course in midstream without a misstep. They grant the followers an additional dot of intelligence, a dot of enigmas, and a dot in any knowledge they already possess. It is a 3-dot totem too, so it's not a big totem.
No, it's not.
We can.
There's the good old raccoon.
I mean, it's a little basic, but there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. I'm just looking through a couple other options to see what else we got, and then I'm just trying to find the ones that are like, yeah, no, that's a big nope.
We made the joke about raccoon, but raccoon is also a totem of cunning.
Yep.
Yeah, no, that wasn't a joke. Fucking
Yeah, no, it is a totem of cunning. So yeah, adaptive survivor, both city and wilderness, voracious eater, and cunning fighter.
I'm down for raccoon. Especially since, we've got a...
You're from the city.
Yep.
You're raised in a zoo. And then whatever that is.
And I also kind of like the idea of, we're at the moot. The totem is present, just sitting there with us because, hey, we're in the Umbra, might as well. And even the totem being surprised when we get up to declare we're going to the Amazon.
I'm into it.
Okay.
Okay.
Even the totem's like, wait, what?
Okay. So we've got our totem. We've got the 3 members of the pack. We've got the starts of how everybody interacts at least a little bit. And now we're going to the Amazon after one successful rank challenge, one failed rank challenge.
2 failed rank challenges.
No, you haven't even gotten your rank challenge yet.
Okay.
Yeah. Haven't even gotten it.
Get fucked by the exchange rate.
Yeah, got fucked by the exchange rate and probably the example set by your alpha.
Yep.
Where I'm imagining Swift Paws was probably a fairly quiet challenge. That's just, you left one day, came back, hey, I'm a Voster now. And
What do you think that your challenge was that you had failed? What is something that is you think is a little out of reach of the Alpha Thurge?
like, first thought, because, this is from going from Goliath to Foster, is like make some kind of fetish, but even that still feels a little over.
Yeah. That's a rough one.
Yeah. Like that's already a rough one, but that feels like maybe that's too much, even for an alpha or an elder trying to prove a point.
What if it's something like you had to get the boon of a spirit and you just didn't know how to talk, didn't know the right words to say?
Maybe, but I could imagine if there was a Black Fury version of Snow Queen, totally. But I will say I do kind of like the idea of it's a challenge that seemed simple on the outset of, get a boon from a spirit, from a particular spirit in this case.
But perhaps that particular spirit had some lofty requests that you had to solve, but you weren't quite cunning enough.
Was it, were you set up to fail, or did you just fuck up?
I'm going to say in this case, it's probably more in the just fucked up.
Okay.
Like, I'm thinking, like, one of the big things I'm thinking with this character is with the style of spirits that she tries to use, thanks to, like, everybody's guidance, she's interacting with spirits that do not vibe with her normally. Now, once she gets out of this environment of outside of New York in one of these more rural areas and then dropped into the Amazon, maybe she finds a style of spirit there that she clicks with. So it's the case of she's a bit of a fuck up because she doesn't pay attention, but it's also like, an airbender trying to earthbend.
I'm with you.
Okay.
It changes, but it doesn't make it easier.
Do you maybe have a spirit affinity?
That's what I'm thinking.
And the spirit you were perhaps asked to get the boon from was the opposite of that spirit affinity? So not quite set up to fail, but something you should be able to do.
Yeah.
Okay. What if, for the challenge, you were to help this just piece of shit, lowly, pathetic Metis?
Yeah, no, it's
zing. No, you were supposed to get the boon of the spirits to assist someone in the sept. You decided that you were going to help Apollo for obvious reasons.
Okay.
Which led you to an epiphany. I'm thinking a spirit of some type of music.
Okay.
And you couldn't. I'm trying to find my words here, but the concept again is like the spirit you were speaking to. You had to speak in a certain rhythm. You had to keep the beat, and I'm thinking it's like playing DDR with words.
Yup.
And you just kept fucking it up, and you made the spirit mad.
Okay.
You couldn't get the rhythm or something like that. To the point
couldn't
where
keep to the tempo.
Yep.
Or whatever. Okay. Like I'm imagining something, because we're going to the Amazon. I'm imagining something like a spirit of like classical music, something highly structured that follows a very specific cadence, a very specific rising and falling of the rhythm and the notes. And it's like just that trying to stick with that rigidity, not working for her in her case, and just constantly trying to, this would sound better if we did this.
It maybe that's it. You went classical because of the upbringing and because of the mentality that's been thrust upon you.
Yeah.
But this is not a classical music pack, and it's not a classical music fucking galliard that we're dealing with.
So it didn't quite.
It just didn't. Yeah, it just didn't fucking jive.
Like, you know, she's getting frustrated because the spirit's not doing what she wants, even though it's like, this should be easy. This is what I've been taught to do. This is what I know. And the spirit's just getting angry because I'm not playing the game.
Yes. What do you think?
I like that. And it's one of these, like,
it took
it's a
me a
higher
minute. I had to
concept thing of
ferment
going
on
for the
it, but I
epiph.
got it.
Yeah. And it's one of those like higher concept of going for like the epiph. Like maybe that was one of the restrictions on it. Like, hey, go get a spirit, get a boon for a spirit to help somebody in the sept. But it's got to be an epiph. It's got to be something temporary, but in that raw sense of creation or that raw sense of concept.
Well, because again, you're displaying proficiency.
Yeah.
Because the nature of the spirit it's not so 1-to-1. It's not so rigid. It's a more difficult fucking task than getting a fire spirit to jump into a matchbook.
Exactly.
You know who can do that? Goddamned anybody.
Yep. And so, you know, she's working on this, like probably hammering her head against the wall for fucking hours at this point before the spirit just fucks off.
And do you have to go back and admit that you were unable to do it?
Yep.
A couple weeks later at the moot, or between then and the moot, you make the decision.
Yep.
Now, does Porter, your character, do you pass your rank challenge after or before she failed hers?
After, and I haven't said anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I see that. I think you passed it with flying colors and just didn't say anything to anybody.
Wasn't a big deal, but I know it's a big deal over here.
Yeah.
So I'm keeping quiet about it. I'm being cool.
Hey, and maybe now that you're that higher rank, that's why you're let in on the, hey, yeah, we're going to be sending a pack to the Amazon.
And what a fun opportunity.
Yep.
Yeah, because
You tell your alpha, hey, guess what I heard? And she's like, oh, that could be a really good way to redeem my failure.
Yeah.
Get some experience, get Apollo ranked up.
We've got that older sister pack that might have had a member go through the Amazon at some point, and, you know, clearly they got their shit together.
Maybe your mother
That could be
also
us.
served a couple tours there, so you have like that kind of, oh, it's something she did and her mom did. So
No, I'm thinking with Swifty. I'm seeing her. She's pushy. She's inquisitive. And she's a bit of a brat. She's fucking sneaky,
Okay.
but not in a malicious way, right?
No.
Not in a she's gonna double cross you. But again, she's gonna be pushy and sneaky, like the way it'll hurt your feelings, and so I'm not gonna tell you about this, but I am gonna push all of the buttons to get you to agree with the thing I want you to do. You're gonna do the thing I want you to do, but you're not gonna know that I want you to do it. It's gonna be your idea.
Yep. I see that.
You know,
She's
the person who you're told to meet at a place at a specific time, you tell them 5 minutes later. So they're not late. But you look good because, hey, you were early.
Or at the same time, if I need everyone to be on time, I'll say it was 20 minutes ago.
Yep.
Because I know you're going to be late, so fucking you'll show up on time if I tell you it's...
I know someone like that. So we always tell that person 2 hours early. So when they show up 2 hours late, they're actually on time.
Right?
And then the one time they showed up on time, she got mad.
Well...
Because she was actually 2 hours early than everyone else. Like, well, that's because this is the only time you actually ever showed up that one time.
Because you can't be counted on even a little.
Now, how does Apollo feel not having had the opportunity for his rank challenge? And your 2 pack mates have gone on theirs already.
I don't think he cares that much. I mean, he cares a little bit, but like, is it that big of a deal? No. Like, I'll rank up eventually.
Will you though? Because your pack mates who you've done everything with have already gotten their challenges, but you haven't.
Eventually.
A little bit of a coaster.
Yeah, I think so.
Doing just enough.
Yeah.
Where I'm picturing Iris as much, much more of the, like, a people pleaser in the sense of I've always been expected to do X, Y, and Z, so I have to make sure I meet everybody's expectations or else they're going to be mad at me, and that makes me feel horrible.
I want to shift my position a little bit.
Okay.
Swifty, she originally was done, didn't see it with humanity, wasn't about it. But we are talking, this isn't a starter, right? So over the time, that's beginning to flip. She's starting to see some of the appeal, but only in particular areas. And it kind of makes her a bit of a malcontent or a ne'er-do-well.
Okay.
A little bit of both. Yeah, a little bit there. Not so much that it's a problem.
But
often.
But can be eventually.
But occasionally she's going to buck up against something. And if it's stupid, I don't. I'm developing them. I'm working on it now.
Okay.
All right. But like if it's stupid, there's no filter there. Okay. If she thinks it's stupid,
we're going to hear about it.
And I think everyone's going to hear about it.
Mm-hmm. What's it called? I'm imagining a scene where fucking Iris goes to treat her pack after a job well done, where we barely made it out alive, but we made it. Going to treat her pack and being like, hey, I'm going to treat you guys to a movie. You like your stories because you're a Galliard. You're starting to enjoy some music, or you like how this person sounds. I think they started a movie. Let's go. Let me take you there. And then just hearing how absolutely god-awful that experience was. The kind of person who like talks throughout the movie, criticizing everything in the theater, not in the comfortableness of their own home.
I think the complaint becomes not from the movie.
Okay.
But from the theater.
Okay.
The nasty smell of the burnt popcorn.
Well, no, because this is a good idea. The average human smells terrible. So let's put 50 of them together so all of that stank can like accumulate and just sit there and force itself in our noses. But that's all right, because there's something sticking my paws to the floor. Swifty, they're called feet. Shut up, they are paws. And they're stuck to the floor. You hear that sound? Brant. This is food? This is food you have given me?
It's popcorn. It's nice.
This is not corn.
It smells burnt and it's wet.
And Iris trying to be little Miss Ray of Sunshine, like constantly, every time like you hear that sound, it's like, it's okay. Just pick your feet up off the floor. You're fine. Just the seats recline. You don't have to have your feet on the ground. Like just trying to find a way to make it like, this is good. This isn't bad.
Oh, I'm going to tell you right now, if the seat reclines in the fucking 80s, it's because it's broken.
Yep. 80s not reclining.
Yeah.
And I think I'm maybe overdoing it right now.
Yeah.
Just a bit, but we're developing.
Yeah, I was going to say for comedic effect at the same time, you got to...
But I think especially in the Amazon, I can definitely see this was your idea a couple times. Because I'm bitching about the heat or right? If my natural inclination is going to be in lupus, and you don't want to do that in the Amazon.
Right.
And now you're spending way too much time in like Hamid or another form and you're uncomfortable.
Right, because it's not my normal form, but at least you don't smell as bad.
Yeah, even though you convinced her that it's a good idea to do it, it's still her idea.
Yeah, it was. And, on paper, it was probably a pretty good one. It's hot. and everyone's sweating, and what is a bunch of this shit?
What's our pack name?
Bunch of Black Furies under Raccoon.
Yeah.
The Girl Parts Brigade.
Girl parts.
I mean, if you have a problem, say something.
That was just that
Valheim.
was a fun Valheim callback.
Yep. We're more of a recon pack back at the sets.
Yeah.
That's at least where we've been more successful.
Totem of Cunning.
Okay.
Information gathering, recon, staying kind of out of sight.
Mm-hmm.
So something maybe stealth related.
Mhm.
I want to say maybe leaning towards something night because of Raccoon.
Daughters of Nyx. That's the goddess of night.
Except he's still a dude. Apollo.
Yeah, Danny was afraid
Oh.
to make a girl character.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
wasn't
yeah.
afraid. I had the idea because of the menace.
He just doesn't want to talk like this in the game.
No, I said I would have do it. Come on now.
I will say, though, if we did go with that name, there's no way that Stone here can say no.
It's true.
Yeah.
But this is bringing back bitches and brews vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can't go necessarily Children of Nyx because, Children of the Night. Or you could.
Well, maybe something like the pause in the darkness. I don't think that's it, but something in the neighborhood.
Yeah,
Christ, is it the Night Paw pack?
maybe.
Night Claw doesn't feel right. It feels like it's a little too aggressive for this group.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Night Runners? Maybe something.
The Eyes of Twilight pack?
I could see that. That's not bad. I was thinking of going with something along, like, something scout themed, like Outrider or something.
Yeah. Of course, maybe
Once again, we gotta say,
I could be going about this the wrong way.
Hunters of Artemis.
I
Leaning
think
into the Greek a little bit, and I think she's the sister of Apollo in mythology.
I think Hunters makes it too aggressive, though.
True.
Thinking Eyes of, Watchers of.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's go back to what about Eyes of Nyx?
I like that. That works.
And Nyx was the goddess of darkness, right?
Goddess
Yeah.
of Night, yeah.
Goddess of night. Eyes of Nyx. The
Yeah.
Eyes of Nyx pack.
The Eyes of Nyx. Summon the Eyes of Nyx. We're the Eyes of Nyx pack.
That's not bad. I like that.
Yeah. It's, once again, not aggressive. It's not necessarily an aggressive name. It's got the, the watching, the scouting sort of vibe to it. And,
Right?
we're definitely doing better at night than we are
Well, and
most
again,
times. We can
which,
stack the deck.
right, which is, again, harkening back to Raccoon, too, because he's a
Yep.
nocturnal creature.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We get Nyx in there to throw the, I think it hits the bullet points.
I think so, too. Any other twist for this? For us to continue building?
That was the entire thing. I just wanted you guys to step out of your comfort zones and build a different kind of character
Well, we was going
than
to do
you
that
would
anyway,
normally
jerk.
be expected to. Well, I just wanted to throw the twist at you where most of you, at least two of you, are going to be women.
No, sure.
Building a character already is just out of my comfort zone.
But yeah, I mean,
All right. So, yes, you guys volunteered for the Amazon trip. Everyone was a little surprised, but they're not going to say no.
Well, I mean, at that point, too, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Like, it's like we're going to go down there and You know, what are they going to? They're going to tell Gogol that we're going back because they said so.
Yep.
No, at the moot, you announced it. They were going to send a pack anyways. So you guys go.
Yep. My character's fucking mom's not going to pull strings because big enough of a fuck up, she might try again anyway.
Yeah. You guys are halfway through your first tour, hopefully. Not dead.
Not dead.
What were your first impressions upon entering the Amazon, though?
Well, mine is
Okay. Very
Perfect.
nice. Very nice. Good. Good.
but in his head he's thinking, "Oh, this sucks." Yeah, he hates it. He absolutely hates it here.
Is it the temperature? Is it the conditions that you're living in?
Yes.
Is it
Yes. All of it.
anything in particular that is the worst thing that grinds his
All
gears?
of it.
He's just not having a good time, period. Where
All right.
I'm going to say Iris at first hated it here because of the rain, since we are in the rainforest. And that shit just comes down torrentially. The heat's not great, but hey, she's not in lupus all the time, so she can adjust to that. You can adjust your wardrobe to that to be a little bit better off.
And when
But I
it's not
think-
raining, the air is wet.
Yeah. Well, the environment is not her favorite thing just from the atmosphere level, but I think she is fucking in love with just the lush vibrancy of this place. And the fact that nobody here expects anything from her.
Just to survive to the next day at the very
Yep.
least.
Just follow orders, do what you're supposed to do, get the job done.
Which I think at that point gives us the advantage. If they're not expecting anything from us, yeah, that just gives us. That means
Oh, they're not expecting anything of their new recruits.
Yeah, it's not really a.
It's the change of pace for Iris that's allowing her to actually do better, I'd say.
Less stress, maybe.
yeah.
Like the kind of stress that was
Yeah.
maybe pulling you back. You have less of that now, so you're starting to figure out what your groove is.
Yeah, she doesn't have to be a third like how her mom's a third. She can figure it out her own way.
Right.
Yes, and all these other thirds are here that she can learn from in their different ways.
And we're more of the
Maybe.
scouting pack anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, but by being there half a tour, we're learning other skills.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, that's the thing from Swifty's point of view. Instant regret.
Oh,
Right? we start with instant regret. But again, if we're doing this, it's been like 6 months, right? So over time, because I mean, again, we get there, the sights, or rather the smells are everywhere, and they're all foreign, and they're all over the place all the time, and all the sounds are awful, and it's so hot, I can't. But learning to get by more in Hamid, right, or Glabro than I've ever had to before. And that is slowly, it's helping things, because like all the shit that pissed me off or that bothered me, I want to say pissed me off, but all the irritants, the shit I wasn't having with humanity is lessened because my senses are dulled,
Yep.
and that helps.
You're not being exposed to regular humans when your alpha wants to take us anywhere because we're not given the chance.
Well, right, mostly, right, but we've been to Rio, and we're spending some time in Rio here and there, because shit needs to get done, right? And we're sent where we're sent. That ain't up to us.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like we're sent where we're sent. It's not Iris trying to show you all of her favorite places.
Right. And I think maybe there's a good amount of that's where some of that ne'er-do-well comes from. Like, she's not into being the fucking glorious lapdog of Go-Go Fangs first. Oh, good, we get a pat on the head. Hooray. But I also think there's areas she's starting to soften. I think she appreciates the Rio nightlife whenever she gets a chance to spite herself.
Okay.
This is a dirty little secret. She kind of digs it. Maybe we were there for some of Carnival.
Okay.
And she was enthralled by like the costuming and shit like that.
And the music.
Right.
It's a little sensory overload, but in a good way.
But it's also not so bad in Hamid, though. It's not so bad in Hamid. I'd kill every one of these people if I were here in Lupus, but it's not so bad in Hamid because I can't hear half of it, and I can't smell most of it. Thank fuck.
The things you do smell, some of them are great. Other ones you could really care less for.
Right, but now I'm not smelling each individual person from like 3 blocks away, and all of the fluids. None of that. I don't have to do that.
You have the music,
so
the
bad.
infectious excitement, the food.
Right. So I think she's starting to come, but not in I love humanity now, but it's that guilty pleasure. I don't want to.
It has its moments.
Yeah, and this is the evolution as we have been there for more time.
I like that. That's a cool. And then maybe even with Apollo, he's starting to say like some of the stories, some of the nonchalant ones, like those aren't such a big deal to be worth putting on the skin. Some of the bigger battles are the ones worth it. Oh, they made it back home. Not a big deal. Not worth holding on to that one. Starts realizing that some of these things, that shit happens every day.
Kind of getting that fresh start / that perspective.
Yes. Whereas before he tried to hold on to every story. I go, no, these need to be preserved. Nope. Now that shit happens every day. Now you only need to hold on to the important ones.
I can also imagine he's probably getting much better treatment in comparison, since we need every soldier.
Yeah, it doesn't matter
And it's more
where
that
you came from.
meritocracy.
Yep.
Good point.
I could see once or twice. One of us would have to keep Apollo from, I wasn't getting into trouble, but, you can't reach everywhere. So you're going to need someone else to carve.
Mm-hmm.
I could see like another Galliard, like putting the glyph for wash me or fucking like trying to sneak that kind of shit. Like you see those tattoos in like Japanese or Chinese where it just says like fucking, like dumb American,
Yeah. This one says faith. That says car.
This is purity. No, that's General Tso's chicken.
Exactly. It's like I could see once or twice someone trying to sneak something in. It's like, no, stop it. That's not what he's carving. That's the glyph for chicken shit.
Having the Santa Iris probably going more like the actual proper bog witch style of Thurge.
Little Stevie Nicks action.
Yep. And
Nice.
like now she's understanding, like, okay, this is why they're telling me to like collect all these random things. Like getting that actual practical experience. Like you can tell somebody how to do a thing.
Oh, but that's why I should probably pick up those feathers.
I dig it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, those would have come in handy. I should have picked those up last week, and now you know.
For the last time, I am not peeing in this jar for you.
And having been in the Amazon and not in northern New York, you might have experienced your first death of somebody you cared about or gotten to know. How do you think that affected your characters?
It's a tough one because we don't have greater context.
Yeah.
That is true.
Like, somebody in our ward died. Here's a question. Was it our fault? Since we're kind of the scouts.
I wouldn't say it was your fault, just unfortunate happenstance. Perhaps it was like a landmine or just a fight that you guys were a little out of your reach.
I kind of like just the random happenstance of the landmine angle for the first like real big one for Iris, and like her being like, that's the moment of like, yeah, she's starting to do good. She's starting to feel confident, starting to become more of a third. Somebody just dies right like a few feet away, and she's covered in their gore from just the landmine going off. A little bit of shutdown, but then not given a chance to think about it because we got a job to do. Probably pretty good at compartmentalization.
I think the first one was definitely shock.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Swifty maybe gets pretty numb to it. I don't think Swifty really gets the Amazon. Like the preconceived notions when they arrived versus the reality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're gonna fix the wild. We're gonna get here and then
Well,
get there.
but why are we cutting these? Why are we clear cutting these trees? We don't need all this wood. But why are we doing it? Why I don't.
Right.
Why are we using these bases that are here made of concrete and cleared out burned forest?
But like, why would you want this here? Because there's nothing else here.
Yeah.
Back home, there's a Dairy Queen over there. So that's why you want it. You want it because there's a Dairy Queen, right? And that's where Little Reds goes, right? But this is just woods in water.
Yeah, you already have the setup over in Rio. Why do you need to set up here?
It doesn't make sense because that's all the stuff is there. So why do you need it here?
Mm-hmm.
It's not that far away.
And then as time goes
Things
on,
run.
it becomes, she just gets a little more jaded to it. And I don't want to make her like super cynical, but there's fucking levels, right?
Well, I get it.
Definitely
She's
less
doing a
naive,
job.
right?
Less naive. It's still a little bit naive, but less as time
No,
goes
I
on.
don't think you get to use the word naive after 6 months in the Amazon.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Like, I
Okay.
was definitely came in naive.
You guys are getting the grown-up treatment real fast.
Right. You don't
Yeah.
get coddled in that shit.
Nope. Like, if we survive our first tour and don't do horribly, I can see Iris taking to the command structure, taking to the meritocracy of it all very well, to where Swiftball is now going to have to convince her not to volunteer them for a second tour.
I can see that dynamic too.
And by the end of their first tour, okay, where are we going next? Because it's not here, right? It would be a good idea to get new experiences, wouldn't it?
I hear there's this battleground called Six Flags.
Which would be a battleground for a lupus.
Yeah, for lupus.
But at that point,
Mm-hmm.
I think we got something there. What do you think, Em?
I think so. I think before we close out, though, we should all introduce our characters one more time with the pack name to kind of round it out.
All right.
So we've got Eyes of Nyx with the Alpha.
Irisino? Not sure on the D name yet.
Ooh, for shame.
Probably gets it while in the Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've got our Beta, very obviously.
Swiftpaw. I shouldn't use that voice. That's not appropriate. Swiftpaw.
And then the other thing that's in the pack, Metis.
Oh, don't worry about him. That's Voice of Stone.
I was saying it. Didn't you hear me? Yeah, there's no voice, but no. Apollo, voice of stone.
Alrighty. What'd you guys think?
It was an interesting experience. I haven't made many Black Fury NPCs.
I think we did all right.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, I thought it would be nice to give you guys a little bit of a twist. I know I've seen Porter with a few Black Fury NPCs. I know CJ's made NPCs before. I don't know what kinds, though.
Well, they throwing the wrench in the works is part of the fun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see what Danny comes up with when it's his turn.
Yeah. What kind of wrenches he throwing?
I've got ideas.
Keep those in mind because you never know when we're going to...
Throw it at me.
Right?
Yeah. I got told 2 days ago. So.
Hey, CJ. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Rage Across the Internet.
Rage Across the Internet? Who?
Rage Across the Internet, who for the last 5 years has provided the very best in World of the Apocalypse related entertainment. And did you know? They have a Ko-Fi.
Really? A place where they can give rewards for throwing them a couple extra bucks?
Absolutely. A place where our listeners can support and get those rewards. Do you know, at the lower tier, they have things like a monthly backer night as well as a game team.
Well, fucking damn, that sounds amazing. What do they got for the higher end?
Oh, man. For the higher end, you get stuff like a bonus episode and what we call the NPC of the Month Club, where you get a character out of Porter's personal Bible.
That sounds amazing and really fucking useful. Where would I go to get to that?
Well, that's ko-fi.com/rage across the internet.
I think I'm heading there now.
But with that, I'm going to take control of the show once more, and it's going to be about that time. So on behalf of everyone here, thank you so much for listening and for all your support. Make sure to take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and stay warm because it's ridiculous this year. What's that about? Mm-hmm. Like half of America got hit by the same storm at the same time. That is redonkulous.
Yeah, it's chilly out there.
All right, get yourself a blanket, light something on fire. You do you. Stay warm. We'll see you next time. Take it easy. I hear there's this battleground called Six Flags.